Good afternoon from the Animal Kingdom parking lot. We're headed in today to kind of finish off the rest of the park from the last time that we came, where we're looking around for things that we hadn't seen before or things that we haven't noticed before. So we're gonna go around the rest of the park, look for more detail in the park, see if we can see stuff that's just like not common for people to notice as they're here, because the crowds are so much lower. It's easier to just kind of like walk around and take the whole park in. So that's what we're doing today. We're also going to check and see if we can find any Halloween merch here at Animal Kingdom, because we went to Epcot the other day looking for Halloween merch at Mouse Gear, and then the next day I saw a tweet saying that there was Halloween merch at Mouse Gear. So we'll see if they have any here. I just want to see some Halloween stuff. Normally we'd be in Halloween season full swing this time of year, but not yet. So let's go into Animal Kingdom. So strange phenomenon, there is a convertible Bentley parked in the parking lot here up in Preferred. And I thought it was strange because when I was at Epcot, there was a convertible Bentley, different one. It was a cream one. This one's blue, parked in the Preferred parking lot at Epcot. So how many people with convertible Bentleys are coming to the parks? Maybe a lot. The last time that we were here, I mentioned the dragon over on that side and talked about Beastly Kingdom. That's not the only spot that the dragon appears. If you look up at the design on these lights, there's the dragon right there in the center, walking with all the other animals. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with this dragon, we'll put a link in the description down below to the last time that we were here, when we talked about things that we didn't notice before, or things that people might not have known about Animal Kingdom, and this was one of them. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about here is, as soon as we walk into the turnstiles, we're in this area of the park called the Oasis, and there are a lot of little animal exhibits around here, but I wanted to show you, this is the dedication stone that's placed here on April 22nd, 1998, with a quote by Michael Eisner from the dedication. "Welcome to a kingdom of animals, real, ancient, and imagined. A kingdom ruled by lions, dinosaurs, and dragons." And we get another reference to dragons here. "A kingdom of balance, harmony, and survival. A kingdom we enter to share in the wonder, gaze at the beauty, thrill at the drama, and learn." Pretty neat quote, but also another reference to dragons, which it makes sense now because Pandora's here. But Pandora wasn't here when the park first opened in 1998. Also, before we get any further, here in front of Garden Gate Gifts, they have a pin trading booth, and you can still get your little badges that say happy birthday, happily ever after, a first visit, but you can totally trade pins right here. Just have to do it a special way. So what you have to do is you can pick out 2 pins from the board, and you have a cast member pull them off, and then instead of handing your pins that you're going to trade to them, you put them in this bucket. So it's a completely contactless pin trading experience. Still in the Oasis section, and I wanted to walk through here because I feel like not a lot of people walk through this path. All it does is connect the 2 sides of the Oasis, but there are exhibits back here, like here, a rhinoceros iguana. There he is, sleeping on the rock. Let's see what else there is. This is nice. A very tropical theme back here. Ooh. What is this? This is the black-necked swan. They're pretty big. And I think we also have a rosy bill pochard. Alright, so here in the Oasis, I want you guys to put on your imagination caps and your interpretive lenses to have a look and tell me, does this rock work look like a gorilla to you? Someone at Animal Kingdom told me that there are a bunch of different animals hidden in abstract in the rock work. We're going to kind of look around and see what we can find. Now keep in mind, these are in no way official, but looks like a young monkey, doesn't it? Like you can kind of see the ear right there, kind of some eyes here. Somebody told me that this one's supposed to be a lioness laying down. You can kind of see her tail and back leg right here. Now this one's the one that stuck out the most to me. The Galapagos Tortoise. You can see the head right there, and then this would be the leg, and then the shell would be back in this area over here. But I thought this one was the most obvious shape of an animal. And then we move back over to abstract. This one's supposed to look like a lion, whereas the foliage up here would make up his mane. An eye right here, and a nose, and a mouth. And that is right outside of the anteater exhibit. And we can see him, he's kind of moving around back in the back there. It looks like he's coming out front. Gonna come say hello? Oh no, there he goes. Turned around and is walking back this way. There it is, an anteater back there. This is the southern giant anteater. I was also informed of a hidden Mickey in the Tree of Life. See if you can spot it in the center of the frame there. Kind of to the left of that buffalo head. I was told that underneath, as you're walking through the trails, it pops a little bit more. So I'm gonna go under there and have a look at it. But first, we're gonna go inside Riverside Depot, or peek inside and see if we can see any Halloween merch. Oh boy, looks like we have found some Halloween merch. We got a new Minnie Mouse plush. What is this? This is pumpkin glow spinner. I thought it would said pumpkin spice something, but it doesn't. It's just like a light up spinner. Flashy necklace here. Select Halloween glow items, $10. That's pretty good. Huh. Light up treat bucket. I like this pillow right here. Oh, we've got some mini ears that have a piece of candy corn for a witch's hat. I like this hoodie. This hoodie's pretty neat. You can see the design on the inside too. And then on the back it says Walt Disney World with a pumpkin Mickey. Oh, the Halloween Crocs. $55 for some Halloween Crocs. These are in high demand right now. I don't know, a lot of people are really going for them. We've got a Nightmare Before Christmas. Is it Loungefly? It doesn't say Loungefly on it. But it's the same style as a Loungefly. But it doesn't have the typical Loungefly badge on it. It says Nightmare Before Christmas. Interesting. Is Disney copping the Loungefly gig? Here's a Spirit jersey for this year. It says Walt Disney World. Lots of candy. Some Halloween candy mini ears. These are $29.99. Let's see if this has a price on it. $69.99 for this Spirit jersey. Like a candy, Mickey candy shirt for $36.99. Oh, nice Halloween wreath. That's pretty fun. Some fun Halloween leggings for $39.99. This is the Halloween Tricks and Treats 2020 shirt. I like this costume that Goofy's wearing. Oh my goodness. Alright. I might be going home with one of these today. How much fun is that? It says Little Pumpkin. How much is it? $24.99. Do they have any other onesies for Halloween? I almost call it Christmas. Oh, there's the magic band that I'm wearing right now. Oh, and here's the Halloween pins too. Oh, this Mandalorian one right here. Oh, and Thor and Loki with a sign that says, "We'll trade brother for candy." And then here is the matching Mickey Mouse plush that matches the Minnie Mouse plush for Halloween. I like that they're kind of like this off gray. There's also a Haunted Mansion Spirit jersey. This is cool. I like this. There's Haunted Mansion on the front. And then back here is just, what is this? A button-down Haunted Mansion shirt. It's the wallpaper from Haunted Mansion. Huh. Very cool. I like all the home goods over here. You've got an apron, a tea towel, Bewitching Bites, and of course they have Halloween popcorn, candy corn flavored popcorn, and then you've got Halloween colored Rice Krispie treat pops. Nightmare Before Christmas bag has a matching set of ears that go with it. These are $34.99, a little bit more expensive. Oh, it is Loungefly. You can see on the zipper here it says Loungefly. And then they have another one that's just Jack Skellington. I like this design better than the normal Loungefly design. And they have a matching wallet. They have a Villains button-down shirt with all the villains on it, or a lot of the villains. I don't know if this is all of them. Some Maleficent ears. Ooh, a Villains candle, which is like, it's a fake candle, so it's an LED light inside of there. And you can see Facilier's hat over here, Hades' hair, the Evil Queen, Maleficent's horns. And then you can of course buy Maleficent's horns to go with your candle. And it looks like they have all kinds of different Villains games. So we got Villains Clue here. We've got, is this Tower of Terror? A Tower of Terror Jenga. We've got Haunted Mansion Life. Well, I guess not all of them are scary. Just a Disney Park theme park edition of Candyland. A Disney edition of Perfection. Pirates of the Caribbean Battleship. Just some Mickey Dominoes. And this is a Jungle Cruise adventure game. A Disney Rubik's Cube. And then Disney Parks Uno. That's fun. So Jackson really likes Oogie Boogie. I wish there was an Oogie Boogie onesie. That would be cool. And then look, they have this light up Zero on a leash that they were selling at previous year's Halloween parties. And we'll put a link to a video where we show this at a Halloween party in the description down below. So that was just a small selection of the Halloween merch. We definitely got to find more of it. Maybe at Disney Springs, maybe at Magic Kingdom the next time that we go. We might end up getting that little pumpkin onesie that we were looking at earlier, but there's one that is like an outline of bones that I've been looking for Jackson. That's what I want to try to find. I don't know. We'll see what we can find as we work our way around all the other parks looking at Halloween merch. In case you guys are wondering why we're looking for Halloween merch in August, that's because that's when Halloween typically starts in Orlando, is around the end of August, early September. So Halloween is starting now. Let's go into these trails and see if we can get a better view of that hidden Mickey. Just the same as last time, just across from Pizza Safari, we're headed down the trails underneath the Tree of Life, and we're gonna look and see if we can see that hidden Mickey. They tell me it's a better view from down here. We'll find out. Well, I know that this isn't the one that we were looking for, but doesn't that right there look like a hidden Mickey? Like the two ears sticking out of the side of the tree? So it's right here. I feel like it looks more like a hidden Mickey from far away because of this little section right here that comes off the ear. I don't know, maybe from a different angle? Let me see. I don't think I can see from the other side of this waterfall. Let me try. Oh no, it would be hidden by the buffalo. Let me go to the left a little bit. Yeah, I feel like it looks more like a hidden Mickey from further away. Alright, now on to the other side of Discovery Island so that we can pick up where we left off the last time. So this is where we left off last time, kind of at the beginning of the Asia section of the park. So we will head in and see what we can find. Theming is ridiculous. I'd like to see what this was based off of though. They've got little bowls of wax here. Almost like these would be candles along the bridge edge. I wonder if they drew inspiration from a real place where they just have a ton of candles lining the bridges. Also, I think it's really funny that Coca-Cola sponsors a lot of stuff. So you can see there's a lot of just really random Coca-Cola signs around. Here's one. There's another one on the wall down there. Down here on this boat, there's a couple of Coca-Cola crates. Just letting you know, hey, if you'd like to get some Coke, come over here to Drink Walla, sponsored by Coca-Cola. So this is officially where we left off. Down there is the Africa section of the park. We are now in the Asia section of the park. And we're gonna start looking around. A lot of things to look at here. Definitely a lot. I like the theming that they did, where they made it look like this entire theater and the area surrounding it was made up of just scraps. Like some scrap doors up here, some scrap sheet metal panels. And then right next to it is Yak and Yeti. So this is Yak and Yeti, and the lead Imagineer that worked on Animal Kingdom's name is Joe Rohde. Right now, Disney Parks has a little behind-the-scenes video series called Roads Less Traveled, where he talks about different things and his experience building Animal Kingdom and traveling around the world learning about things from Animal Kingdom. And one of the things that Joe Rohde mentions in this series is that most of the woodwork in Anandapur, which is the section of the park that we're in, Asia, is all carved by hand from people from Nepal. So I believe that these little panels here are all hand carved by woodworkers from Nepal. So we're coming to a fork in the road with the Simang apes straight ahead of us. And like I've said before, the difference between an ape and a monkey, apes do not have tails, monkeys do, so these are Simang apes. If we go to the right, that takes us over to Expedition Everest. If we go to the left, it takes us to Kali River Rapids. But most people don't go towards Kali River Rapids because it's just a dead end that dead ends in the ride. But there is something else back there. I actually don't see any of the Simang apes anywhere in their habitat. I'm sure they're either underneath getting fed or just somewhere hidden that I can't see, because they have all of these different areas that they can go to all around. And they actually have a call that sort of sounds like it's echoing, but it's not. It's just these other apes over here calling back to them. So this is the entrance to Kali River Rapids, which is a water ride, like a water rapids raft ride. And we're going to the left. The entrance is to the right, we're going to the left. And this is it. Down at the end of the path, past Kali River Rapids, is Maharaja Jungle Trek, where you can see monkeys, tigers, and dragons. We're gonna head through there and see what kind of animals we can see. But first, I wanted to come over here and show you these apes, because there is one hanging down. So these are the white-cheeked gibbons, and they will respond back to the Siamang apes. Their voices sound very similar. This one looks to be a very young one over here, scratching himself. And this blonde one is very interesting looking. I feel like that's how I would be doing it too. Slow and steady. Ooh. Dipping his hand in the water. And in the background you can see Kali River Rapids going by. Whoa. Alright, now we are headed into Maharaja Jungle Trek. And a few years ago we came and we saw some tiger cubs. We'll put a link to that video in the description down below, because they were cute. I don't know how old they are now. Probably not cubs anymore. Let's see what other animals we can see in here. Normally you'd be able to get a map here. Now they've got a QR code that you can scan and download this map. Let you know where you're headed to and what to look for. Uh-oh, we better be careful. Looks like there's tigers frequently encountered in the ruins ahead. This is the lion-tailed macaque.
They're from the Western Ghats Mountains. So to be more specific, Southwest India.
Wow. And there's 3 of them in there. All 3 are sisters. The other one is back there. Oh no, we're headed into where the bats are. Woo! Oh, this is frightening. Looking for bats. This is a tree monitor. This isn't a bat, this is a lizard. There he is. Sleeping. We've got some flying foxes here. Really, really, really big bats. These don't have a wingspan of 6 feet, but this species can have a wingspan of up to 6 feet. Look at this. I wonder if this is one of those hand-carved pieces. Look at this lock on this thing too. Huh. Yeah, we should be able to look through the windows here and see the bats. This is the same bat habitat that we were looking at before. I don't see them in there. They're on the other side. This window's a little bit harder to look through than the area that we were looking through, because there wasn't any windows where we were looking through. There it is. There's a tiger standing out on the hill there. Oh. You coming closer? Where's it going?
Thank you. We got so many over there. Okay.
We are headed into the tiger forest. We'll be very safe walking on the well-traveled path. Look at this theming. This is ridiculous, right? All for a tiger habitat. Also, look at the woodwork on this door. Holy cow. And this looks like it's a functional door with a new lock on it and everything. That is amazing looking. And then of course some fun tiger murals. Wow. Oh, these windows over here are closed. This looks like it's looking out on the same habitat that we were looking at earlier with the tiger that I just showed you, which was a adult female tiger, still way over in the corner over there. And then also I noticed this. What do you think is going on? Like, what is this barrel for? Was it used to hold water? Because there's a cup on top of this one, and there's another cup on top of this one. It looks like there's a lid. Like maybe in its actual use you would take the lid off and dip your cup in to get some water, maybe? You can see these guys are up on top of elephants. I have many questions about this mural. I feel like I see a juxtaposition between these guys that are loving the animals. Like this guy has a little bird on his lap, petting it. This guy looks like he's got some doves flying over top of him, and he has a gift. Compared to the ones at the front with their... Oh, this guy's got a flower. But this guy over here has got a bow and arrow. Do they have any sort of significance? Like, did they use cheetahs to help them hunt? I have so many questions about these murals. Oh, that's a hidden Mickey right there in his ear, though. Huh. I wonder if there's a hidden Mickey in all of them. It seems like it would be pretty easy to... Yeah, look, here's another hidden Mickey over here. Okay. Are we looking for hidden Mickeys in all of these little murals now? Let's see about these other two over here. Alright. Leave me a oh yeah, up there in the clouds at the very top. The hidden Mickey. I'll zoom in. This one's a little bit more abstract. Kind of right there. And then let's see about this one behind me. If I miss it, leave me a comment if you see it. I feel like there's been a hidden Mickey in 3 of them so far. So there should be one in this one too. Right? Conventional wisdom points to yes? But I'm not seeing it as easy as I saw the other ones. Huh. And I found it. It's up here in the mountains. Right there. Now I feel like I need to look everywhere for hidden Mickeys. Because that was really interesting, like seeing all 4 of these had hidden Mickeys in them. I wonder if these ones on the outside have hidden Mickeys too. Alright, I'm going to move on and we'll see if we spot any more as we go. A lot of spots that it could be all up here in these bushes, in these trees. So many, yeah, look. Like this, that's a hidden Mickey, right? Alright. I feel like if you're at Animal Kingdom looking for hidden Mickeys, this is the place to come. Like, they've got to be everywhere in here. So I do have to say, if you are coming through these trails to try to know what the animals are, you definitely need to download the guide because it will tell you what the different animals are. There'll be pictures so you can identify them because there are no signs anywhere around telling you what they are. So I don't know what kind of antelope these are. I think they would be considered antelope, right? But I can tell you, I think that those are water buffalo up there on the ridge. Well, this is interesting. So there's a cart here next to the water fountains and it says safe water for travelers here. But would this cart be pulled by a water buffalo? Because we are just on the other side of the wall from the water buffalo. So if we go in here, at least I think they were water buffalo. We can ask somebody and find out. Right there on the ridge. So in here we've got an El's deer, and they told me that this is the only one that they have, and she's the 3rd oldest living in captivity. She's 18 years old. And then also back in the back are the Asian water buffalo, and there are 3 of them, and they're named after the Golden Girls, Blanche, Rose, and Dorothy. I'm only seeing 2 of them right now. I'm not seeing the 3rd Asian water buffalo. Yeah, they could have pulled that cart. After I got out of that section with the water buffalo, I came across these 2 benches. Look at how beautifully they are carved. Like, this one's not as intricate, still very nice, but this one is extremely intricate. So I'm really thinking that that's probably one of the pieces that was commissioned by the carvers from Nepal. There is so much detail on this trail. I'm just trying to figure it all out. Like, what? Are these bunnies in the water? Like, that's definitely like a fishtail or a whale tail, and there's a fish next to it, and there's just bunnies. This guy looks like he's swimming or drowning. And then, look at this. Right here, there's this really faint carving. I wonder what each of these means. Like, what's the storyline going on here? And what is this thing? Like a frightening looking dragon? And some snakes? And this monkey is like giving up an offering of a piece of fruit or something? I'm so confused, but also intrigued. Oh, here's some more of these really faint carvings up top. And this guy just cut down this tree? Well, I think this might be a lion. It's very scary looking. Oh no. It looks like he got attacked by a tidal wave. Maybe. Oh no, this animal is not doing so good. Okay, and then they like replanted again. Like maybe after the flood? Okay, hold on. I need to go back and kind of go through this again. Here's my interpretation. Starting at the beginning, he's saying, I'm out in the water. We need rain. It needs to rain. Like we're in a drought right now. And then it rains and they grow fruit. They grow a tree. And everybody's happy and they've got fruit. And then this guy comes and he cuts it down. He's like, haha, this is my tree now. Nobody else can have any of it. And all the animals are running away from him. And he's like, that's right. I own this forest. And then the gods spite him by making flash floods come and knocking out all of his crops and causing great distress. And then he learns his lesson and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Please grow again. And it looks like from the stump that he cut down, a new tree grows and everybody's happy again. What do you think? Do you think that was right? You think I did it? I'm going with yeah, I did. Just to the left of that carving story that I came up with, this is another look into what would be a tiger exhibit. There is only one tiger out on exhibit right now, and that's the one that we saw. But I'm kind of interested to know, like, what is going on here? These are like turtle people. One's on its back, one's on its stomach. They got faces. And tails of some sort? Or maybe they're like riding on something? I need to know more information about this for sure. What is this? And what is happening here? Huh. I think we are now headed into the aviary section of this trail. Another QR code for you to scan and download a bird spotting guide. But also, they have different pictures in here of what all of the animals are that you would see in this area. So let's see. We got one right there. Like kind of bluish color. Let's see if we can pick them out. Alright, so I kind of looked and I couldn't really pick out any of these birds on this picture guide here. So I'm wondering if there's just more birds in this aviary than there are on this picture guide here. You definitely have to download the spotting guide. Definitely are lots of birds to see out and about. Look at this little birdhouse right here too. The detail in Animal Kingdom is ridiculous. Oh, there's a big one kind of going through the bushes down here on the bottom. Let's see if I can get a better view of it. Well, maybe it wasn't that big. It was this one right here. It just looked big because it was the shadows. Whoa, look at that one. It's very beautiful feathers on it. It's trying to get some moss, I think. Look at the way that the colors reflect the sun here. Oh, look at this guy. That's a big bird. He's got quite the plumage on top of his head, too. Hiding. Ooh. I like the look of this bird. If you walk through here too fast, you wouldn't even notice it. But look at its coloring. Almost like a merle color. Or like, it's almost like a calico color. Also, as you're walking through Animal Kingdom, just kind of have a look at some of these carvings. There's just like, as you're walking around, there are just these random stone carvings around. Like, look at this guy. He's got his 4 kids with him. Well, why is he here? And who is he? And that's the end of the Maharaja Jungle Trek. We're headed back out by Kali River Rapids. And actually just on the other side of these bushes here is the load-unload for Kali River Rapids. I don't know if you guys can see anything through there, but I can see people being loaded onto their rafts. As we are headed back out, we're back up here at the Simang Ape enclosure. But one thing I wanted to point out is that I said we couldn't see them before. If you look up at the very top of this tower right here, see a little hand sticking out. He's way up there. There's a little bit better view of the, oh no, it's starting to get windy out. A little bit better view of the Simang Ape from this side. If we zoom into the very top of that tower, there they are up there. Here's a little detail that I always like. They have a photo opportunity right here where you can have your photo taken in front of Expedition Everest. But out in front of it is this little area here. And if we get it lined up just right, it matches the spires of Expedition Everest, or of Everest Mountain. I don't know where it is to get it to line up exactly. I feel like we're pretty close, right? Pretty darn close. I always thought that that was really neat. This is like an offering temple where you would leave fruits and necklaces. I think the Yeti in there. Yeah, it's shaped exactly like Everest. And this is neat right here. Just the theming out here with all these little fruits that are put here as offerings. Maybe to protect the village from the Yeti? Wait, is that Everest or is that the Forbidden Mountain next to Everest? I think it's Everest. Looks like we've got some characters coming by here in just a second. There they are, Timon and Rafiki. Hello! I think they're probably headed backstage trying to beat the rain. Okay, well this answers it. It's the Forbidden Mountain. It's not Everest. Everest is in the background back there. So, Everest is the little non-snow covered mountain and the Forbidden Mountain is in front of it. I've always wondered. So now you can look at this and you'll know. So the Forbidden Mountain, 20,000 feet, still pretty darn tall, but it looks like it's the smallest of all of the Himalayas. And let me ask you this. Is the Forbidden Mountain a real place in the Himalayas? Or is it not? Oh, look at this. This is interesting. We got two character groups coming by each other. Looks like we got Donald and Daisy and Launchpad going by. And I thought for sure they wouldn't be sending any other characters out. But passing by them is Mickey and Minnie. So I'm guessing Mickey and Minnie and Pluto. So maybe it's not going to rain anytime soon? Because I thought they wouldn't send out characters when it's about to rain. Because they have to make it all the way around the river. Maybe the boat can go a little bit faster than it is right now and they can get them back real quick. So here's a fun bit of theming. As we're going up towards, like, just around the corner here is Expedition Everest and the Forbidden Mountain. And then right here, Shangri-La's Trekkers Inn and Internet Cafe and Gupta's Gear. So you could use the internet here and stay in this inn and get all of your hiking gear here before going to Everest and taking on the challenge. Here's another one of those examples of the carvings from the people from Nepal. And as we get closer to Expedition Everest, it is 100% guaranteed that these are actually carvings from the folks from Nepal. I always thought that this school bus ice cream shop was always so interesting with all of the different carvings and all of the different murals all around it. You could spend hours just taking it all in and looking at the design aesthetic of just this bus. And it's just an ice cream stand. As we get closer to Expedition Everest, over here is an entrance to what would be the Rivers of Light viewing area, but Rivers of Light is no longer. But I wanted to look up at this, because what is this little shrine up here? There's just so many little interesting details all around this park that I'm not sure the history of them or the story behind them. But I'd be interested to find out. Like, what are these? One of the spots that Joe Rohde specifically mentioned in the talk about the carvings is this temple or this pagoda outside of Expedition Everest. So all of these intricate carvings were done by carvers from Nepal. That's interesting. Like, that is really neat looking and an amazing little fact about it. It looks like from this vantage point we could see Mickey and Minnie and Pluto coming back after their round trip around the park. And they did. They made it before the rain. So good on them. They did it. Over here at Theater in the Wild, normally the Finding Nemo musical would be happening, but It's not happening currently because what are called equity actors, who are the people who performed in this show, have not been called back to work yet. They did just work out a deal with Disney and the union reps that they could come back to work, but nobody's been called back just yet. So maybe Finding Nemo the musical will open up soon. Same thing with the Lion King on the other side of the park. We're over in Dino-Rama now, and once again, I feel like we have spent so much time looking at details on this video. This video is already pretty darn long, so we might have to make another trip out to Animal Kingdom just to look at Dino Land and all the different things to see here. Also, the weather is starting to cool off. The clouds are starting to roll in, so I think it's time for us to head out of here. Not before we wave at Pocahontas and Miko coming underneath us on the boat. So there you have it. That was our trip out to Animal Kingdom to look at all kinds of stuff. We were everywhere today. We saw all kinds of kind of like abstract animals in the oasis. We saw a hidden Mickey in the tree. Saw a lot of hidden Mickeys around the park, especially down in Maharaja Jungle Trek. And then we got to see some Halloween merch in Riverside Depot. So much to look at here in Animal Kingdom. We still have to make a third video coming back and covering Dino Land USA and anything else that we missed. There is so much theming in Animal Kingdom. You could spend, I've said this hundreds of times, you could spend hours upon hours here just looking at all the little details. So, fantastic day. With that being said, we are off. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And now it's time to help. So because we saw some apes today, today's organization that we want to shine a spotlight on is the Center for Great Apes. The Center for Great Apes was founded in 1993 and provides a permanent sanctuary for orangutans and chimpanzees who have been retired from the entertainment industry, from research, or who are no longer wanted as pets. The center provides care with dignity in a safe, healthy, and enriching environment for great apes in need of lifetime care. So if this is an organization that you are interested in, please have a look at the link in the description down below. Learn a little bit more about what they're doing. Sharing it with your friends and family definitely helps amplify their message. And thank you guys for watching this video.